This is Dr. Kamal Akhtar with another fun-sized podcast. Recognizing thought is awareness. It is not rocket science. Let me show you how to create awareness so you can choose an action rather than be reactive. Reactivity to a situation is what we most regret. Make the circumstance neutral. You will say, but wait, we thought circumstances were always neutral. How can we make them more neutral? That is through the power of language. When we describe a circumstance, we are using language. I had a fight with my husband versus there was a conversation between two people. Both meet the definition of a circumstance, but the language around we had a fight is so charged that it inevitably will result in a strong emotion, and you will be working for a long time to find a neutral thought around that. Two people had a conversation is more neutral. Today we are going to change the language around the C line so it invokes neutral thoughts while keeping it factual. Language is a powerful thing. The sky is blue. Who defined blue? We all agree on what blue is based on language. Blue in itself holds no value until a group of people agree on it through language. I am touching a tree. Who called it a tree? Why not an airplane? Only because people sharing a language agreed that the tree will be described as an object with leaves, branches, big trunk, etc. With this, you can see that everything around us is just language. We can use that to our advantage when describing a circumstance. My son did not obey the curfew seems factual, while your child is strolling in past 1 a.m. when they were supposed to be home by 9 p.m. But the language is so loaded. Instead, try a human walked in the door at 1 a.m. Same circumstance, different language, much more neutral. And the formula based on this language will help you stay in a neutral space where you can dissociate yourself from the charged situation long enough to identify your emotions and not react to the situation. My patient is not compliant with medications. We can probably prove this to be a circumstance, to be a fact, especially if the patient admits he doesn't take his meds. But that is so charged for us as physicians because we know that medication will benefit the patient. So instead, try man brings in a bottle of pills, or human brings the prescription back, or even better, human brings a piece of paper. Dr. Nazir Khan, president of Yaqeen Institute Canada, says, your most sophisticated use of language is not in your everyday speech, meaning we can communicate our message by gestures, mumbling. Babies do that, and animals also communicate within their herds. Your best use of language is your internal dialogue, your thought, or the meaning you give to your circumstance. Quran makes two distinctions between language, bayan and lisan. In Quran, Surah Rahman 55, verse 4, Allama al-bayan. One translation being, He has taught him speech and intelligence. Bayan can also mean to elaborate meaning or to create a distinction. And in another place, Surah Ar-Rum 30, ayat 22, here Allah mentions word tongue to tell us one difference among people is based on the languages we speak. Lisan is speech. There's a difference between speech and language. I touched a tree. Feeling of me touching a tree is a sensation. It is neutral. Me describing touching a tree is a thought, even if I describe it in my own head. Sensation causes experience. Language causes emotion. In order to create a completely neutral circumstance, you would have to have no language around it. But that is extremely hard and even nearly impossible for us to do as humans because language is automatic. So at Islamic Life Coach School, we use speech in the C line. Circumstance do not cause a feeling, thoughts cause a feeling. Because as soon as we describe a circumstance, we have given it language. Language is a thought, therefore giving it emotion. That is bayan. We have elaborated the meaning. Language equals thought. If you can make this distinction and start to practice describing circumstance in a truly neutral language, it makes solving the formula so much easier. Take your circumstance from bayan to lisan. Take your circumstance from elaboration of meaning to speech. This way we can give ourselves enough room to not be reactive to our situation. With that, I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the gift of language that He has given us. I pray that we use this language to recognize the blessings He has given us rather than use the language to make our circumstances against us. I strive to fully be aware of all of His blessings through language and through my work in mental health. Please keep me in your du'as. I will talk to you guys next time.
If you're interested in getting coached by me, I'm offering a very affordable opportunity to do that with Wisdom Wednesdays. This is not a course, not a lecture. This is an opportunity for live coaching, real change with Islamic adab and etiquette. You do not need more information. You actually need a space to create change. At $19.99 a month, which is the price of takeout dinner, you as a Muslim woman will create confidence, intimacy, and connection without shame or fear of judgment, because your privacy is my highest priority. So join at www.islamiclifecoachschool.com, resources, Wisdom Wednesdays. I'll see you inside, inshallah.